Kevin is so nice to us. So we're gonna play some songs for you tonight in a kind of a different way. So we're gonna tell you about them, and we're gonna play them. Except this time, we're gonna play it first. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Everybody here for coming out and supporting local music, especially in an environment where that doesn't happen all the time, which is awesome. So I'll tell you a little bit about us for starters. We're Letterbox. We've been together about 3-ish years in this incarnation. The song we just played is a song I wrote years ago from a version of an old band that I was in, and it's the only song that has survived through the years through the different bands that I've been in. And it's an upbeat song, but it's actually about a time in my life when I was about 18 or 19, so 3 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. Good, I'm glad you laughed at that. Hey, no.
So anyway, it was about a time in my life when I had found out that I was diagnosed with a kidney disease, and I really don't deal with things like that very well. I can't imagine anybody who would. And I ended up writing that about kind of the feelings I had going through testing and figuring out what was going wrong and how to make it better. I mean, that wasn't my part to figure out, but it was a really difficult time to go through, but obviously I'm still here now, and things are much better. And thank you. I appreciate that. And so yeah, it's called Sunsets and Car Wrecks. It's the only song, like I said, that's kind of survived through the years, mainly because that's the only one I've written that was that old that I still like. So I will tell you a little bit about this next one. It's called Through Days. It's kind of different to play in this setting because there's a lot of, I guess, ambient elements to it, just a lot of stuff going on. So playing it with an acoustic guitar, without my electric and without lots of stuff going on is a little different, but we're really happy with the way it came together. The song is about needing human interaction and how that kind of lacks in the world now, because so many people have, you've got 7,000 fans or followers or friends on Instagram, but how many friends do you have in real life that you call or talk to on a daily basis? Probably not that many. What are we doing? Oh yeah, see? He's got 3. So he's got 4, which is 3 more than he has in real life. And there's 4 of us in the van, so figure that one out. So this is about kind of the need, and what you really should be doing is making those interactions with people and connecting with people, because you never really know what's going on with somebody else. And as easy as it is to text somebody, actually interact with people, talk to somebody, see somebody in person, go out to dinner. It's fun. So this is a song called Through Days, and it is about that.
skin, trying to begin. Just walk away to keep wasting through your days. Think that it's okay. I'm breaking down, clawing at my skin, trying to begin. So, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't plug like the social media, all that fun stuff. So we are on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's at Who Is Letterbox, because we feel like that if you say, hey, I went and saw Letterbox, people are like, who's Letterbox? So you'll be able to, look it up that way. So this next one kind of went through a very long process. We wrote and demoed this in my basement, and thought something was missing, and we weren't really sure what to do with it. And Jim had messaged. There's a guy named Dave Elkins. He was is in a band called May, and they're based out of Nashville. And May has really, really great like soundscaping in their music. There's a lot of stuff going on. So if you listen to a song 3 times, 4 times, you'll hear 3 or 4 different things. Did I miss something? Oh, I thought I was getting signal. So Jim had messaged Dave on, I think it was Instagram, or just carrier pigeon. He sent him a letter in the mail, and said, what would it be like to, if we came down there and worked on the song, do you do that sort of thing? Because we knew he had his own private studio. And he got in touch, got back with Jim. Jim sent him the demo of the song, which is kind of like if you're trying to work with a producer and they're like, oh yeah, let me hear what's the song sound like? And they're too busy if the song sucks. Oh, sorry, I'm really booked up. And apparently the song wasn't terrible, so we went to Nashville and recorded this song with Dave Elkins, and it turned into kind of some anthemic, big, exactly what we wanted out of it. And we are going to be joined tonight with Bill on cello, Athena on piano. Are you over there? Okay, I didn't see you. I was like, oh my goodness, where is she? So this is a song called Move Me, and it's actually about, I like to talk a lot, so I'm sorry if I'm, just pretend to pay attention. Pretend it's like school. So this song was about, I was going through a really hard point in my life with anxiety, and for whatever reason it kind of crept out of nowhere. And there was a point in time where every day was a struggle. Like I would wake up and wonder, how bad is this going to be? And it was a terrible way of thinking, but each day would start. I would get out of bed, my feet wouldn't even hit the floor, and I would be looking for things that was going to make the day suck, and how I was going to try and get through it. And I wrote this song in response to that, and it kind of goes through the gamut of emotions from being almost at a loss for figuring out what you're going to do to the end of the song with, I figured out what I need to do, and I'm kind of got a grasp on this. When it's always a work in progress. If you go through something like that, anybody who has anxiety, I'm sure there's plenty of you in here, you never conquer it, you just learn how to deal with it on your day-to-day. And part of the way I dealt with it is writing this song. So this is a song called Move Me. It's also, we released it on Spotify and all the digital retailers back in December. So if you search Letterbox Move Me, you'll be able to hear the studio version of this. But this version's a little different today. December, while I struggle to remember, with a whisper in the dark, and I wonder how we are. Fall into my devices, you know I'm always fighting to keep my head above the tide, and I don't know why. I can't tell where I fell apart. Sell myself so short, and I gotta let you know. Here I stand, reaching out for something moving me. Inspiring, living like we're trying, coming from the cold, make a dent upon the world, feel something real to someone. I can't continue to run, live right where I am, or I will be damned.
another round of applause for Bill and Athena. Seriously. The way this was put together was pretty amazing, and it's a testament to their talent, because the first time we played that song with them was maybe 2 hours ago. So yeah, so give it up for them. So we have one more, I think, depending on what. Yeah, we have one more. Look at that. We're gonna play all of the first side of Led Zeppelin 1. No, I'm just kidding. So that's one more, right? Thank you. Tip your waitress. Seriously, tip your bartenders while you're out there, because that is their livelihood. So please tip your bartenders. So this next song, it's got a somewhat morbid title. It's called "Death of Me," but it's actually not about death. It's about a lot of my songs, I feel like, as I'm talking to you about them, have a similar kind of thread through them. It's either dealing with something anxious or anxiety, or being kind of down, but also figuring out a way to overcome that. So this song is kind of about maybe things are not going the greatest, or certain days are way worse than others, but looking at it from the other side, saying, all right, this world won't be the death of me. That's what the title's about. So it's not about getting down on things and feeling lousy and letting kind of things get to you. It's about overcoming it. And I feel like that's something that everybody can kind of relate to and hopefully kind of appreciate. So I want to thank you guys again for coming out to this. It's going to be a great night of music. We got to hear everybody's sound check. It is amazing. We are Letterbox. I want to introduce the band. This is Shane on bass. This is Jim on guitar. This is Dustin on drums. My name is Scott. I want to thank you guys again for this awesome opportunity. And they don't know it yet, but they're going to come play every show with us from here on out. I'm not sure how she's going to get that piano in most places we play, but we'll figure it out later. Thank you again. This is called "Death of Me."
Sunlight slow, it fades to gray. You're trying to tie a dream to a shooting by star as you drive to work in a busted down car. There's bound to be a different, better way. Told that you'll go far, and with borrowed breath we sing. Can you help this record play? Not on to convince it's who we are, but it's all we are. I know I'll get better. I know we'll come together. I world be the death of me. I know it's all changing, and I know I'm through waiting. I can't let this world steal the soul from me. I know it's all changing, and I know I'm through waiting. I can't let this world be the death of me. I swear I'll love you better. I know we'll come together. I won't let this world be the death of me. Thank you guys so much. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you. Give it up for Joe and Athena one more time. We're learning these songs without ever rehearsing this. Thank you so much.